Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modern Life, episode 138 with me, Cid. And at the end of last episode, you left me with, let me, hang on, back in there. I was killing sprites, fairies if you like. And I've done a few, not a vast amount actually, but I did a few. And I've then come back over here to my builder's block, my bane, my nightmare. And we kind of started this spiral staircase going down here. Now we need to fancyfy this up and tidy it up. And then I started at this point. I went, oh well, let's go down this way, and I was having difficulty. So anyway, I've worked it out, and I got myself a circular staircase. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it will do. And my plan was, at this point, I noticed that we intercepted that bit there where the water was going to go. And I thought, oh, well, we'll do something fancy here. We'll come over the top of that and, I don't know, have a corridor go off that way or something. Don't know exactly what. So I got down to here, and then I came in, and then I started coming around this way. And I realised that this design of circular stairway really does not drop us down much at all. So I thought, well, let's go in this way and let's continue on down here. And I got down to here, and I realised I'd hit a problem. This and that intersect, so I needed to do something. Now I think I can curl that. That's not a problem. I was going to do, I don't know what I was going to do at this point, whether I was going to, but then I continued, I thought, well, let's just continue on all the way down. That gets us down to the base of this structure, which is, yeah, I really don't know. It's definitely challenging my my sensibilities. However, never let it be said that I quit. Incidentally, I also put a mega torch in the base of that column, so these can come out, but these are not necessary for anything other than keeping this illuminated. So, which I will, I will keep illuminated while I'm building down here. So at this point, we need to start thinking about actually tidying this up a little bit and doing something with it. So I was going to start off with the basics, and we'll just take out these, and we'll go in with a whole bunch of blocks, just to get something a little bit tidier to start off with, and then we'll tidy it up properly after that. Bear in mind, I have to do something similar over that side. Just whatever I do here, we're going to have to duplicate somehow, maybe. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that as a concept, it has to be said. Now, we do know that that goes through there, and then we have that comes in all the way over here, and that comes in like that. So that's all good. And then it's really what to do with this top layer here. So what I'm thinking is we'll definitely come in, and at this level we'll do we want to actually at this level? You know what, I think that level should be something. I don't know exactly what yet, but let's have a look what we got in the way of building blocks. And I've got a bag full of those. Got a fair amount of the lapis coloured blocks. We've got a fair amount of this void stone, which I really did like to start off with, and I'm kind of going off now. We can chisel redstone. It's always an option. We can obviously chisel lapis. We can chisel void stone, but I don't know. I really don't know about that block now. I'm kind of going off it. Obviously we could do emerald. Got plenty of emeralds about, so I could go and grab those. That might be an idea. So maybe a band of emerald or a band of something. Let's go. Let's jump. Let's jump to home. and see what our precious gem situation is like. Emeralds, 1,500. Okay. Lapis, 2,500. We've got a lot more of that. Diamond, 2,300. But it doesn't look as impressive when you chisel it. Gold, we've got a goodly amount of gold, and we can chisel that into a variety of ugly blocks. It's the only problem. I'm really not a big fan of what you can do with these. Oops, let's have a look. You're not going to show me the chisel recipes, you swine. Let's have a look at lapis then, I think. Because we can take you. I can get maybe 3 stacks of those before I really run into problems. So, well, not into problems, there's bloody hundreds of them, but let's go with that. Back to Dwarven City, and let's just go in and have a look at this ceiling. So we've got a ceiling going on here. What we need to do to start off with is get I think a border stone would be good. Let's try coming up with a solid looking block for the border. In fact, we'll go with Celtic. So if I come from here, be ready for those. It's always a bonus if you are. And then oh, did that? Where the hell did they go? Oh, I picked them up with the vacuum, didn't I? So if we come around like this here, but then also come into the middle like this. Now I'm tempted to do that. Don't think it makes that much difference, to be honest. No, it doesn't. It makes no difference, in fact. Gives us something to be going with, doesn't it? So I'm just going to get that in. In fact, let's just see what we get if I go take that round to here, and then come in there, and then there. You know, I'm tempted to try that void stone. Where's my blocks bag gone? I know I was like, ooh, I don't like that void stone, but let's just try something here. Let me just put you away, and yeah. So we've got void, we've got the void stone, we've got the panel, we've got skull stone, which is not really appropriate. We've got that. I mean, tell you what, before we write this completely off, because if we do one section, we can have a look, see what we think. Not like that though. Because we've got this. I mean, it has a certain character to it. I'm really torn. It's quite garish as well. This is, you know, sometimes finding your palette can be an absolute nightmare. Let me just try something. Let me just try a variety of this one. So we've got, that was the metallic, which I've just done. Let's have a look at you. Nah. Maybe that would work there though, as a counterpoint. with maybe something like this one even. Let's have a look at what we get with that, because that should be a it's got a certain je ne sais quoi, and we can do that if we wish as well. We can even place those. I mean, I would need more. Nah, that's horrible. That is vile. Duh, duh, duh. So if we took those out and went with those, what do we get? The connected texture is the issue here. The moment I chisel it, let's just try one more variation, and then we'll call it quits. We'll go back to the metallic. I will grab that, and we'll have all of that will fall down, of course, because why wouldn't it? Like a Sue, and then we can get you can go in like that. We'll clear that, and then we'll do the same here, and that gives us access to another section of ceiling to play with and see what we think once that's finished dropping out all the crap on us. Now, if we go with this stuff, and then fill in the top as well. I don't know, we're probably going to get more gravel. Are we? No? Well, that makes a change. But now, what we should be able to do, apart from clean up a little bit after myself. What we got there? There you go, that can go. What happens when we chisel this back? Certainly looks better, doesn't it? We could even go one step further and actually chisel this in. Ooh, maybe not that much though. I don't know. It's really bloody difficult. Oh man. No. That's definitely not going to work. Okay. Let's just put all of that back. I actually do prefer that to that. And I think we would get away with that much of that. Maybe even... Oh, damn you. Animated textures. Should never... No. And I don't think we can do anything fancy with that. No, we can't. I mean, the only thing we could potentially do is just go for the metallic but without the animation. Or we could actually go with raw void stone, of course. That would be the other alternative. Let me just try what that looks like. I'm not convinced. I'm really not convinced. Anyway, what we're talking about. Oh, no. Nope. That is vile. Now we've got the That's a slightly very slightly animated one. These runes, which I thought looked so nice, don't. So that's out of the mix. They're horrible as well. I think I'm going to go with this metallic one with an unchiseled structure like that, just for now. Let me know what you think. I'm not convinced. The alternative is, well, actually no, I'm sorry, I'm being very indecisive, I know. I like that more. I'm going with the lapis. I'm going to chisel it, I think, into shape, just for good measure as well. But lapis it is. It's more distinguished. Far more distinguished. Yeah, that's what's happening. We'll do that. So let me just get on and sort this ceiling out, and then think about these walls a little bit, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Well, that's that. I've just basically been filling this in. So far we're filled into here. Now I am tempted to do that, for example, maybe, and we'll build this as we go, because this is very much an organic structure. Now this is dull. I mean, we've got that, we've got this, but the rest of this is just grey on grey on grey on grey. We need some counterpoints. We need something to look to go with that palette. So we are going to head back home, because I need some iron bars anyway. So we'll head back over to the homestead. We'll put that away. I don't really need you on me. So if I have a look at the old iron bars, for example, we've got some of those. We could do with more. Recipe, make me a couple of stacks, I think would be good. And we'll just stick those straight into the backpack for now. Now, let's have a look at what we've got. So, stone itself, uses for stone, if we chisel it, they're all stone. Now we can do cobble, and obviously that has chiselable designs, but again, that's really, that to me is a counterpoint thing, and obviously the same with diorite. So what else have we got? Andesite, even not diorite, because diorite is vile. We've got marble, which we can use and make all sorts of good chiselable things, but this is not dwarven. Got limestone from quark, which has nothing really other than a polished variety, which in turn can make bricks, but again, it doesn't really bounce to me. It's not I'm not making myself understood here. Well, I think I am. It's one of those things which are things. Now basalt again has got similar features. We can make bricks with it, and bricks can make brick stairs and brick slabs, but that's about it. And it's probably too much of a counterpoint. What to use though? Purple? No purple. And hardened clay is definitely not really what we're looking for. Definitely not really. That's good English there. Slate has got slate pillars. Now there's some interesting, so we could go potentially and slate brick. We could look at slate. We haven't got a huge amount of it, but I don't think we need a lot. You know, that makes, not that one, that makes slate tile, and that makes, what was slate pillar? I can't remember now. Oh, it's sixes, yeah. That might be worthwhile taking. We'll take some of that with us. Oops. Not that. That. We'll throw that in there actually along with that. So the question is, what else have we got to play with? Well, we've always got netherrack. And netherrack itself actually has some useful chisel designs. They're just a little bit, most of them are just a little bit gross. For example, we could have used blue netherrack in the ceiling rather than... in fact, that might. Let's just check something a second. That might be a better substitute. No, we'll stick with it as a netherrack, I think, for now. But there's nether brick. Obviously, we can do chisel varieties of nether brick. Now, again, do any of them work? I mean, the stone lava one might work. So, how are we for nether brick? We've got a goodly amount of nether brick as well. Let me take some of those, but let's do them in not these brightly coloured ones. I just want something. I mean, that dark meat, ugh. Yeah, maybe not. Might work in some select areas. Okay. Now the other thing I wanted to look at was I don't think we need stone. Let me take some andesite with me. I know I put a lot of it back, but we'll take a couple of stacks just for good measure, and we shall head back over. So when you look at dwarven cities in fictional, well, let's be honest, for the most part they tend to be depicted as either very functional. So if you look at for those of you who read maybe Forgotten Realms and know of, say, Bruno Battlehammer, let's go with that one. Let's give you a clan. Battlehammer was a Forgotten Realms clan. I don't think we can do anything with, yeah. Oh, we might be able to, actually. I'm just wondering whether we can get away. Yeah, no, we'll just go with this for now. So we can pop those in here. We can come back in like that. There as well. Can go in there, and a bit of that into here. That will break up the monotony of the wall. I'm tempted to just take that and do that a little one, even one higher. And then that. Yeah, let's just mix and match this up, mix it up a little bit. Yeah, where was it? Clan Battlehammer. It's depicted as a very functional mine. It's, well, it is a mine, obviously. But so if you have that going on there, and obviously we'll want to ignite that as well, which means I need my flint and steel out of here, and we'll be fine. So that kind of breaks up that little bit of monotony there. Now, if I were to take some of this and come in, oh, no. I want to come in like this if I can. Because there's plenty of space on these. Now what would we do back here? No, that doesn't really work. What does really work though? I mean, the thing is, dwarves are often portrayed as being dour, miserable, unpleasant individuals. And it would be interesting, you know, just to portray them as having maybe a little bit more personality than the average pickaxe. I mean, even Pratchett referred to when I think it was when Corporal Kara's girlfriend, Angua, can't pronounce her name, spoke to Cheery Littlebottom, and she says, oh, you said greetings, mining implement of a feminine persuasion, and so the dwarves refer to themselves as mining implements, which to me is not actually sensible. I mean, you know, you don't define an entire species of peoples by one defining characteristic. I want to go back. I want some more stuff. So yeah, it occurs to me that we could be a little bit friendlier with this. Now I want some. I don't have a lot of these, but that's, I don't need a lot. And can I get some ferns? Have I got some fern? I have a little bit of fernage. What about I know I've got a lot of flowers and stuff, so, but I don't want to have a huge amount of this kind of thing going on underground, because it won't fit, for want of a better phrase. But there are obvious applications where we might want to portray these dwarves as being a little bit more than just single-minded miners, because that's how they're always portrayed, generally speaking. So we can take some lilac. What can we put back? Is there anything here I can put back? Don't really want that. And we could take some peony and maybe some roses. And what I could also do with is some flower pots if we've got them. Yeah, we've got loads. Alright, let's head back over and just see what we can't do with this stuff. Actually, before we go, sorry, I'm very indecisive when it comes to this kind of thing. Let's take some ordinary non-double high flowers as well. Maybe even the odd sapling. There we go. That should do us. So, yeah, the way I'm kind of thinking this through is that the dwarves of this kind of city were, you know, they'll be about, but if you ever look at, what's a good reference? Look at anything with Henry VIII in it, and you will often discover that you have got, you know, this concept, this portrayal of the court with its people's, you know, the intrigue and everybody gathering and clustering around the people in power, and there'd be little alcoves that where people can talk and, you know, plot, and that is, you know, what I want to get some kind of feeling for this stuff going on. So, you know, there might be a couple of dwarves here plotting the overthrow of the queen, or there'll be another area, and that obviously could be a bench. It may not be a bench, it may be something completely different. And yeah, now the other thing we've got is we have got, for example, if I've got them, we've got these fellas to play with, which, oops, helps if you put them in the right place, but there you go. So we can come in with those, and we've also got the ability to just take these guys to be a little bit more than just straight walls. So let me faff around a little bit more with this. I'm going to also mix in some cracked, some more, you know, put some wear and tear on these bricks, and then we'll come back on the next layer. So I'll see you in a moment. All right, well, I've already this just one bit alone has taken forever. But let me show you what we got. So we're coming in and we've got the old Bernie stuff there. Don't want to go stepping into that if you can avoid it. We've got some broken down. I've done a little bit of chisels and bits of greenery just starting to grow out of these broken bits of wall. One or two cobwebs. Don't want to go too mad with those, but you know, yeah, why not? Don't know whether I can I get that with this? Oh, forget it, I'm not that bothered. And then you got the two benches, and then you come down here, and obviously I've not really started on this bit, but I'm really happy with the way this is starting to pan out. Now down here, what we've got going on, if we come around here, is and just grab a whole bunch of this. So the idea here was I wanted to bring this so it goes round, and then maybe do the 2, and then the 1 and the 1 and the 2, so it comes to this back wall here. Let me just get some light on this. So yeah, this would be how we would see this particular structure. And a bit of a pain there, but there we go, we'll sort it. And obviously this is the floor of the structure, so that will come around here. But this then would need to come out 1, 2, 3, let's have a look there. From there it's 5, so from there we're going to go 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would go out there, and then you'd have that to there, and that would be the same. And then that was 1, 2. Hang on, 1. That's really no. I've gone too far. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would do that, but then you would do that there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So I'm basically aiming to bend this section around, so it kind of goes around, and then we can block this in, and everything will be good. And what we do up here will determine on that as well. Let me just try and get this rationalized out in my head, and I'll be back within a second. Alright, just a very, very rough update. What we've got is we've got this kind of structure going here. This is where the fictitious water source will come from and to. We've got this going on over here, which will be basically backfilled certainly as far as there, and then, you know, we'll get something going on here. Now this, I'm going to do something, and I think we're going to have a dock. So this is going to somehow come down into this culvert, which is, that's a technical term for an underwater stream that passes under things, and we can just chisel a few of these things in situ just to make sure, you know, get it done. Again, most of this will not be visible, but you know, there's such a thing as doing things properly. And yeah, I am a stickler for doing things properly, so there you go. And we'll just take some of these back to cracked. And then we can take these blocks out here. And what we should do, I think, now is try and get this this water stream in, which should be fairly easy because we can basically throw my good bow away. We can basically throw my bow away and then panic, and we'll grab those. we shall upset the fish. And then what I was thinking we would do is we would come from here and we would... Actually, that's not really going to work very well, is it? Let me try that again. So if I take that... Oops. And... that, then we should be able to get that in there fairly well. And then we can just do the water streams going down here until we have this covered. And that should, and I apologise, it's very dark down here. Let me just do that for now. The danger, similar to the dangers of working in the nether, I suppose. It's how's that going? Happy enough with that? I would like it to... I think come as far as there. That works. And obviously the idea is eventually we'll put a dock in here and be able to come down here and just... Well, you'll not be able to boat. This ceiling's too low, isn't it? I think. But that will bring you out into the main thing there anyway. I don't know. I'm still kind of winging this. We'll do something with this. I may just cover this up completely as well. But we need to repeat that at this side. And then we need to continue the brickwork down on here. We need to fill all of this up. This will have to remain brickwork because that's brickwork from the culvert until we get to the bottom. Now I'm going to do a lot of this off camera between episodes, and we'll come back and see where we go next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.